A simple way to 2x your coaching business is simply just the pricing aspect. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do, how do you apply it, how do you implement things, so that straight after watching this video, you can already make the steps to growing your coaching business. And the whole premise of this video is ultimately being able to charge more. And having been in offers that were doing 200K a month, 500K a month, even offers that were doing 800 to a mil a month, I've seen it firsthand how these offers use pricing and how you can apply these same principles. Now, the reason why should we charge more for our services, our offers, our products for our coaching business? Number one, you make more money. At the end of the day, who doesn't want to grow and actually make more money? And with this, again, you can make a bigger impact, right? You can put more money into infrastructure, into ads, into your coaching business, into the fulfillment aspect. And at the end of the day, you make more money. Secondly, clients don't bother you. When you have a high ticket price and a product or a service, clients don't bother you as much. And I'm going to show a meme right here on the right that it really is the truth, but clients don't bother you as much. Again, the more people pay, they just don't bother. It's always the low paying clients that end up bothering you, nagging you, and makes your life a misery. Now, thirdly, being able to attract higher quality clients, people who pay more upfront, people who have higher deals, invest more, commit more to your coaching business and into what you offer. They are higher quality students. They're likely the people who will apply the things, who won't need you nagging and 24/7 being on self-accountability. They know what they need to do. They have you as support and you're going to help them get to that point. And this is a meme I had that I pulled up here, which a $50,000 client, wire sent, let's crush it, 499 client, says all of this, can I have extra guarantee? Can you give me a hug? All of these things. And you can read this for yourself. So yeah, that's another point specifically on why you need to actually attract higher quality clients. Now, obviously, how do you do this? How do you actually charge clients? How do you charge more for your service and for your offer? Well, your fulfillment needs to be on point, right? Your fulfillment actually needs to be good to be able to charge that amount when it comes to the onboarding process, when it comes to your CSMs, the people who are making sure your coaching business runs smoothly. It has to be the best it can be. And it's very simple. You just get better at what you do and you apply the processes to give that extra support. Secondly, you have more conviction on your ability. There's a lot of coaching businesses out there that don't have the conviction in their ability to perform. Now, it's super important when you do actually charge more for your offer, you have higher prices, that you have conviction. That you have conviction in your ability that even if they send you 10K, 15K, 20K just for a one-on-one, that you know that with that, it's going to save them hours and hours or months and weeks of them trying to do it themselves. And that's why you have to have conviction in your ability to perform on that big price tag. Thirdly, setting yourself a standard. It's also an identity thing where it's like you've got to set yourself a standard where you're not worth a low amount. You're worth this amount. Setting yourself a standard that you're more than just a $2,000 ticket program, that you're worth more it. And with that, a lot of it is, this point goes into the mindset aspect and the identity. Just seeing yourself as somebody who's way more worth it at the end of the day, worth it to be able to charge higher prices. And those are 3 really good tips on how you can actually do that. As far as the pricing psychology, the first point is perception. People will see you as more professional, more up to par outside of the crowd. Because again, the amount of offers out there in coaching businesses that charge 2K, 3K for their service, whatever it is, if you charge higher, perception is different. People perceive you differently because you charge a higher amount. And this is basic psychology 101 when it comes to pricing. But that's one of the reasons. It's perception. People perceive you as somebody better by charging more. Secondly, contrast bias. You're not like the crowd. You're much more different to yourself. It's your niche, your pricing, your way. And it has that contrast bias where people can't compare you to others. You're so unique. You're so out as an outlier. You can't be contrasted. You can't be compared to other coaching businesses in this space. And thirdly, you have the premium effect. You're not, once again, kind of all morphing into the same point, but you're not like everybody else. You have that premium aspect where that's how we do it. That's our ticket price. We're the best in the game. And that's why this is it. And obviously justifying that, which should come with time, with testimonials, with whatever is needed to make sure you can justify having a premium effect. And that's how more so the pricing psychology works. As far as the mindset shifts for you to be able to implement this, first one being pricing is a reflection of identity. Kind of going back to the point I said earlier a little bit as well. It's an identity aspect. You need to see yourself as being worthy of being able to charge that price. And it's a super important, that's why I mentioned it twice, because it's a very important mindset shift you need to make when it comes to your pricing aspect. Even when I was closing as an offer and I would pitch prices when I was a closer, I would see myself as being worthy. Yeah, of course. I only pitch 4 or 5K. I pitch the high prices. That's how I go about it. And that's why it's super important to have that identity where you price it, you're worth this amount, and you pretty much back it up. Secondly, it's not greedy, right? It's responsible. People have a misconception of like, oh, I'm charging more, I'm being too greedy. But no, it's responsible. Because it also ties back into the point where it's higher commitment from students. When people actually pay you upfront the full amount, don't even split pay it. They pay you the upfront amount. They pay at a high ticket price. It's responsible because it makes them more committed. And it's not greedy. That's another mindset shift that needs to be made. It's not greedy to charge more. That's how business operates. And that's how the best businesses, the coaching businesses that are doing 800 to $1 million a month, it's worth a price and they know they're worth that price because they're good at what they do. And thirdly, you don't get paid for time. You get paid for the transfer, right? One coaching call with you for 45 minutes could save them 6 months of trial and error if they were to do it themselves. That's a very simple example, but it's not the time aspect that you're selling here, it's the transfer, right? The high ticket price of being able to pitch a high amount isn't subjugated towards time, it's the transfer. They're paying 10K a month to get to the point where maybe their business or maybe their whatever their goal is with your coaching business, if they want to write a book, if they want to start a business, that ultimately they can go beyond the 10K a month or beyond the 10K ticket price. The transfer of getting them from their current state to their future state and your offer being in the middle, helping them get to that point. And that's a very crucial factor. And as far as the implementation of this, number one, audit your sales. See exactly what tier systems you have, what offers you have, if you have a low ticket, a mid ticket, a high ticket, and audit your sales. Where are most sales coming from? Who are actually buying the most? Who are people liking the most? Which offer gets the best results for people? Look at the data, look at the metrics, and see what needs to be doubled down. If you have an offer, a high ticket offer, everybody loves it, everybody gets results, it's a rainmaker, everybody goes for that, that should probably be your first step to charging more on that one. But none of these implementations work or increasing your price before you even audit the sales. Audit your numbers. See what people like the most. See what gets the most results. See what you as a coaching business owner prefer to fulfill on. What makes life easier for you? What makes it more fulfilling for you? Do you like doing the group coaching calls, the one-on-one coaching calls? What gives you the biggest fulfillment? And then obviously tie that down with auditing the sales. What actually makes the most money? And then obviously auditing it and breaking it down so you can figure out your next step. And secondly, being able to raise prices for the next X clients. So once you've audited your sales, you've seen what works the most, what gets the best results, what should we actually increase, what should be our next move, raise the prices for our next X amount of students. Whether it's your next 3 students, your 5 students, or 10 students, test it out. See how people feel. See when you actually pitch your offer for 10K instead of 7K, see what happens. See if people are on board with the idea. And with that, it kind of gives you also a testing pool. And you can kind of see where to go about it. And then you've got your indicator. If you have a sales call, you have 10 sales calls lined up, 7 of them agree to the new price. That's your sign to increase your prices and obviously do it in a very logical way, in a testing manner. And thirdly, review this every 60 days. Every 60 days, go through the exact same process of auditing your sales. Where are most people coming from? Who are most people buying? What's getting the most results? Auditing your sales and obviously reviewing it every 60 days and applying the same framework again, raising the prices again. Seeing what works, see if maybe you do raise it 60 days later. When you had 10 calls, maybe 4 of them bought, not 7. So maybe that's a gauge for you to maybe increase your fulfillment, maybe uploading more client testimonials, anything and anything to be able to get to a point where you can charge more and more. And your goal as a coaching business owner is to constantly charge more because it's one of the easiest levers to pull to be able to grow as a coaching business. And it goes over pretty much, again, helping more, giving more of an impact. And going back to the point where a lot of people think it's greedy to charge more, it really isn't the case. It's responsible. It's like people are more committed. You'll have higher fulfillment as a coaching business owner. People will get more results because they're more committed. Everything and anything comes from being able to charge more. There's nothing bad that comes out of it. Only good. So I hope you enjoyed this video, specifically the hows, the whys. And with knowing all this information, apply these things when it comes to the whys, the hows, the pricing psychology, the actual implementations. Straight after watching this video, apply these principles. Apply these practices to your own coaching business. And even if you want my team and myself to actually help you out here, see if we can work on your sales systems, there should be a link at the bottom of the video where you can book a call. I'm happy to help. Obviously, you can find a time that works in the calendar. And obviously, myself and my team can maybe see if you can help out. But generally speaking, this is one of the best ways to 2x, even 3 or 4x your coaching business, is by simply just changing one thing, and that's your pricing. So without further ado, keep crushing, keep doing your thing, and I hope your coaching business ends up being the best.